This man behind me goes by the name of Enkyboys fam here on TikTok. And yes, it sounds familiar. This is the brother of Randy Gonzalez from Enkyboys with Bryce the Dice. Y'all remember those videos? They absolutely blown up here on TikTok. Made a lot of hilarious videos and made a lot of smiles here on TikTok. Well, Randy Gonzalez lost his battle to colon cancer January 25th of 2023. And immediately after his passing, there was drama between his brother and Randy Gonzalez's girlfriend slash wife, Kimberly. Now, it was a mess after the passing of Randy Gonzalez, and Kimberly and the kids did not attend the funeral. And, you know, she pretty much kept her mouth quiet. He continued to speak on her. Here we are a year later, over a year later, and he's live right now speaking on an interview on a podcast called One Sided Podcast. I'm not too familiar with the podcast, but I just watched them for 10 to 15 minutes speaking ill about Kimberly, the Bryce the Dice's mom, which is absolutely crazy that he's still on this, pointing the fingers at this woman and pretty much putting out personal family business. He states that the last 3 months of Randy Gonzalez's life, he did not have insurance. He was not attending chemo. And he says that Kimberly's response was that normally they take the money out from insurance from their personal account. And for some reason it was not paid. And they had to wait about 90 days before they can get the insurance back. And Randy's health went downhill. And he just was pointing the fingers at Kimberly, insinuating it's her fault because she handled the finances and things like that. And he just found it crazy that Randy had a brand new Escalade, $1,500 payment every month, but they made sure that that was paid. I watched this man sit there and point fingers and bash this woman from the passing of Randy Gonzalez then and now. He's still on it, and I think that's unfair. As a man, I don't think he should be speaking ill about his brother's girlfriend slash wife, especially, you know, Bryce the Dice was crazy about Randy. That's the thing. He was crazy about Randy. You don't think that little boy's on a tablet, phone, coming across your videos, watching a podcast because he sees your face, and you're sitting there speaking ill about his mom. How would that affect him? You know what I mean? Let's think about that for a second. You know what I mean? That's not going to bring your brother back. It's just allowing yourself to look bitter on the internet, and I think that that's not the way to go. In no way, shape, or form I'm trying to shame this guy. I'm just saying, yo, he's grieving, he's hurt. But man, pointing fingers at his girlfriend is not the way to go. It's not the way to go. That's not how you do things, man. If you want to keep his name alive, continue to do your lives, do your videos. You got the shoe store, you know what I mean? Like, do it in ways that are positive, not negative. Because the moment you get on podcasts and you go on lives, you open the door for people such as myself to come in and critique. And hopefully you don't take that from me. I'm just trying to give you some advice at this point, that there's different ways to doing it, and this is not the way. I don't think Randy Gonzalez would want you to sit there and talk ill about the love of his life before he passed. That being said, guys, that's my take on the whole situation. Like my video, comment, and let me know your thoughts on this whole situation. And as always, follow me.